I use
Смотри, горящий
this part of the hammer.
металл.
See these?
Видишь, Гав?
See the? You see
Вон
the
дядя поднял.
sort
Видишь?
of the little ridges I made in it?
Горячий.
Well, when you see different types of blacksmith hammers, they all have different shapes and different ends on it. That's all related to moving the steel in a certain way. So what I've done is I've hit this piece of steel like this, and I put these ridges and grooves in there. Well, what that's going to do, when I put this back in there, and I use the other side and hammer it flat, it's going to make the steel move this way. Either wired together or kind of welded together in a nice bundle, and then it would start in the forge, and I would hammer it flat, and some of the stuff that you see out there on the table where you see all the swirl patterns, that starts like this. And you have two different types of steel, a high nickel steel and then a low alloy steel, and the different alloys in there create a contrast when you etch it in acid. It's the acid that affects the two different types of steel differently.
Is that the matte?
So because that stuff had a pattern to it, when people started making steel like this, they just started calling it Damascus. But technically what you call this is pattern welding. But you know, for most of my buyers, most people are only familiar with Damascus, so I call it Damascus, Damascus knife or whatever. So if I go this way, it's going to get wider. And we're going to fire into it and see what happens.
But that is very effective.
I don't have the pitch yet, and we shot it a couple weeks ago, and I put paper towels with WD-40, and it started on fire, but the fire went out before it even got
far enough. Wow. Very